Hi, AR to GL reconciliation. This is our topic today. So let's start. Before that, I just need to mention something. The reconciliation is a concept, is a sum of steps you have to follow to clear the picture between subledger and GL. So recording these steps with these concepts, you have to apply it to any subledgers. Whatever you implemented a lot of legacy systems, you integrated AR with a lot of third parties, whatever, you just need to know the steps and apply the same steps, the concept in your organizations to clear or to get the full picture or to get everything is reconciled between AR and GL. Not just tell me AR to GL is not reconciled. I know it will not be reconciled because you not follow the steps, you not be aware about the concept. It's a concept. If you apply the same 100%, it will be reconciled. Also for the same for AB, for FA, whatever, please read the steps, read the concept, try to understand, try to apply it in your organizations. Now I don't know what you configured, what you implemented in your organizations. So don't tell me, oh, I don't have, the amount is not reconciled, the GL to AB or AR to GL. I know. So in this video, try to understand, try to apply in your organization. After that, tell me that it's reconciled, it's not, and so on. So let's start. Reconciliation is a process by which transactional data recorded in subledgers, which is AB, AR, whatever, is compared with the accounting data generated by subledger accounting to create the journal entries that post to the GL or general ledger. Reconciliation report allows coherent view of the data from each of these modules: receivables AR, subledger accounting SLA, and general ledger, because in this tutorial or in this video we're talking about AR, to confirm their data agrees and is represented as intended without corruption. Use receivables to general ledger reconciliation report to what? To facilitate reconciliation of receivables data to GL. Receivables provides the tools to reconcile subledger of AR with GL. Internal reconciliation also involves reconciling customer account, transactions, receipts. Once all this transaction is created, accounted, transferred to GL, and posted to GL, then one can reconcile subledger AR with GL by verifying that all correct journal entries were made. So this is the conditions. So this is, you have to follow that everything is through the accounting period, which is months, daily, weekly, whatever, accounted in subledger, transferred to GL, and posted. If you find at least one transaction is still not posted, don't go to make a reconcile. You have to clear all of these points before to start to make a reconciliation. How are accounts reconciled to general ledger? AR to GL reconciliation report only reconciles accounts receivables for accrual basis accounting and only reconciles accounting in primary ledger. AR to GL reconcile report reconcile transaction types that only impact the account receivable in GL. This includes what? Invoices, debit memo, credit memo, on account credit memo, chargeback, adjustment, applied receipts, on account receipt, unapplied receipt, unidentified receipts, bills receivables, bills receivable application. So from here you will know that which transactions will be impact the account receivable in GL. On account credit memo refund amount and on account credit memo gain or loss amount also included in the invoice sections of the reconciliation report. Because of what? They affect the open balance of the receivable amount of the credit memo. The report also reconciles manual journal entries created in Subledger itself, not created in GL. As you know that there is one feature in Fusion that you can make manual journals through Subledger, not direct in GL. In case of you made any journals direct in GL, it will not showing in this, and it will show like a difference between AR or Subledger and GL. But in case of you make these manual journals through the Subledger itself, it will be displayed with you through this report. Steps to be completed before running. So don't go direct by the end of your accounting period to run the AR reconciliation report. You have to complete these steps. You have to transfer, create accounting, post, resolve or unposted, which is check fund issues, unbalanced, close period. This is the steps to make a reconciliation. Not just now I closed the period in GL or accounting, so I am going to run reconciliation. This is the wrong way. Before running, which steps you have to be completed? Completed months and activities, such as importing billing information, applying receipts, approving adjustment, run create accounting receivables for the period to final account activity with post to GL. Set receivables period status to close pending. There is one new status for the AR, is close pending. Close pending means what? When you drill down in the receivables to GL reconciliation report, you see real-time details that make up balances from the summary report in order to guarantee that the summary balance for each type of activity agrees with the drill down detail. You must ensure you limit access to an accounting period when you run the extract reconciliation data from AR to GL. Otherwise, additional activity might be added to that period after the extract has run. This is the reason why it's suggested to set accounting period status of AR to close pending. Reopen the period if adjusting entries need to be added. You must ensure that the subsequent accounting period is open in order that business operations continue during the reconciliation process. What are the months in the closing process in Fusion Receivables? Some checklist. First of thing, complete months end activities, importing, applying, approving. If there are unposted transactions with invoicing rule, you have to run what? Revenue recognition and review execution report to confirm all relevant records are picked up for processed. Set receivables again period status to close pending. Run create receivables create accounting for the period to final accounting with post to GL. Run Subledger period close exception to what? To review items that maybe prevent period close and make corrections. For example, compare invalid journals to create accounting. Incomplete invoices and unapproved adjustment don't prevent period close. So if you have or a lot of incomplete invoices or unapproved adjustments, it will not prevent you to close the period. Run prepare receivables to GL reconciliation schedule process. Review receivables to ledger reconciliation report. If difference exists, you have to review the associated difference. for potential causes and make appropriate corrections. If variance exists, you have to contact Oracle support or IT for in case of you find inappropriate difference amount, or this difference amount you don't know from where, or you tried all of the things but at least you find a difference and you cannot resolve it. So the last solution is to raise SR with Oracle support. If amount exists for other accounting, you have to review the activity. If the activity other than intercompany manual journal entries from AR exist, so this may indicate incorrect setup. If there are no differences, you may still want to review the detailed reports to also verify GL account. Once all differences have been resolved, again rerun, prepare receivables TGL ledger process and review the reconciliation report to confirm that these differences are cleared. And now there is no any differences between AR and GL. Compare accounting end balance of the reconciliation report with aging report ending balance. Subtract out the other accounting which represents account activities not included on the aging report. If the aging and reconciliation balance don't agree, you have to confirm that the report parameters were set for both the same aging and reconciliation, and confirm the beginning balance agree. The ending balance of the period aging report should agree with the reconciliation beginning balance. If the aging reconciliation balance do agree, set the receivable period status to closed. So this is the steps you have to follow. You have to make it, to apply it in your organizations to get everything is clear without any differences. As you know, reconciliations or prepare receivables to GL, this is through tools, schedule new process, create receivables or prepare the receivables to GL ledger. Other part of month end close or closure process, when users close their period, the period close program may not always allow you to close the period due to unprocessed transaction or accounting events in the system. The period close program will report exception messages in the output file indicating what kind of unprocessed transactions and accounting events exist in the system for given period, which is preventing you to close the period. As you know that for reconciliations, after you prepare the data and create data in the run prepare receivables to GL from schedule process. For this also prepare, there are some parameters. You have to enter the name here of request name. This is the name that descriptive of this extract. This request name also has to be selected when the actual reconciliation report is run. For the ledger, enter the ledger available for selection are based on your security assignment. For the business unit, also use this parameter if you need to reconcile by specific organization. Note also that if your business unit is implicitly mapped to the primary balancing segment value in the chart of accounts, you can run the report to reconcile by either business unit or ledger. If there is no implicit mapping, then you must reconcile by ledger. This mapping is not defined anywhere on Oracle Fusion Receivables or Oracle Fusion General Ledger. For the accounting period, either open or closed accounting period can be selected based on the requirement. Open or closed. Include intercompany transactions, yes or no. You can include or exclude intercompany transactions, or you can reconcile also by intercompany activity only. Include on account items. You can include or exclude on account activities, unapplied receipts, unidentified receipts. Also you may want to exclude these activities if they typically post to non-receivable accounts. If you include activities that post to non-receivables accounts, this can cause an accounting differences. Include unapplied and unidentified receipts. And for the accounts, these accounts you can select the values from any of the segments of the accounting flex field. Natural accounting segment values must have the financial category of account receivables assigned in general ledger setup in order to extract and report to work properly. If you are reconciling by business unit, select the range of the balancing segment values implicitly mapped to your business unit. If you are reconciling intercompany activities, select the range of the intercompany accounts. These accounts must have the financial category of account receivable assigned. Later I will show you the steps to how to assign the financial category for value sets of the natural accounting values to indicate that this account is using for accounts receivables. As you know here, receivable to GL reconciliations, that is the actual report that shows the reconciliation details based on the data that was prepared in the step 1 or in the previous step. As you know here, it represents the beginning and these parameters, and when running data extract is prepared to GL, and as you see here is receiving or showing beginning and ending receivables balances and all activities of the period matching the receivables aging. It increases visibility to information by drilling down to supporting journals and the transaction details rather than navigating to multiple screens or generating multiple printed reports. From here, all of these, it's like links. You just, if you find the differences, just click on the amount. It will be drilled down to reconciling details and to find the reasons. As you see here also, there is non-receivables journals which is not transferred to GL, not posted to GL, accounting variance, non-receivable journals, which means maybe is direct journals or transaction created direct in GL. And here, as you see, the categories of the receivables, invoices, adjustment, applied, unapplied, other accounting. So you have to investigate in these amounts and try. Before of that, you have to create accounting, transfer, posting, try to change the status of the AR close period, try also to check the execution period in the close program, try also to check the GL level, everything is transferred, posted, and so on. This is the receivable to GL reconciliations, again also from tasks receivable to GL reconciliations. You have to select it to, after you run prepare, this is the next step again to run it to with the parameters, ledger, request name, which you passed before, and the balance segment, natural account segment, specific business unit or all, and try to apply. Also, to be honest with you, there are a lot of reasons that differences between transactional and accounted amount. Ideally, summary report should display no differences between receivables transaction amount and accounted amount. Common reason for differences between transactional amount and accounted amount include transactions that are not accounted, transaction with subledger account that fall outside the accounting range of the report, transaction amount don't agree with subledger journal line amount, journal are posted to the subledger or general ledger that didn't come from receivables, subledger journals were not transferred or posted to GL. These common reasons: transaction not accounted transaction with subledger account fall outside the accounting range of the report. Transaction amount don't agree. Journal are posted or general ledger that didn't come from receivables. Subledger journals were not transferred or posted to GL. Problem and solutions. Should receivables to GL ledger report show miscellaneous receipts? Receivables to GL doesn't show miscellaneous receipt. The receivable to general ledger reconciles transaction types that impact account receivables in general ledger. The values in the receivable amount column remain the same irrespective of the balancing segment provided value, while the accounting amount doesn't respond or does respond to change. This is expected functionality of the report. Receivable amount depends on business unit and the accounting amount depends on balancing segment. You can have the same BU mapped to multiple primary balance segment, but in this case it is better to reconcile by ledger rather than BU as a business unit. Implicit mapping only ensures that this specific business unit will have specific balancing segments to make reconciliation easier. Balance segment and business unit filter has to be used in conjunction with each other and not individually. Balance segment filter has to be used only while reconciliation by business unit. Account is not being picked up for reconciliation. You have to verify the financial category setup from where. Let me navigate how to set up financial category on account segment values for receivables account clause to tell the system that these accounts must show with me during the process of the reconciliation between AR and GL. You have to go to manage chart of account structure, search for your key flex field, manage structure values, select the ledger or structure name, whatever. Just go to ledger, select the segment instance, which in this case must be account or natural account. Manage values of these values or segments and select the search for the values descriptive of the value set of the account and search. After that you will find what financial category. In these financial categories there are account payable, receivables, liabilities, whatever. You have to indicate that this account, all of the account which is related to account receivables must be assigned to the financial category is account receivables. You have also to ensure this before preparing AR to GL and reconcile AR to GL, because these only accounts will be displayed in, or all the transactions which is related to these accounts will be displayed in AR to GL reconciliation. Another issue, after attempting to close AR period doesn't close, and the period close ES program is completing with you must post all transactions in this period before you can close the period. This message indicates that there are still unaccounting AR transaction invoices, debit memo, credit memo, standard receipt, miscellaneous receipt, receipt application, whatever. So please run SLA subledger exception for AR for the given period to see all unaccounted transactions. After attempting again to close AR period, this period doesn't close, and again period ESS program is completed with you must post. You are not seeing any unaccounting transaction in SLA subledger exception report. This implies that there are none or no unprocessed event in SLA, but the period close period is still reporting unposted data. This implies that there are possibly AR distributions which have missing SLA events. In this case, you have to run some of queries or your technical team to check or these queries will be reported as unposted or unaccounted. Also, I can include it in the description of the videos. For one of them, unposted adjustment, miscellaneous receipts, transactions like invoices, credit memo, debit memo, maybe some event which is appearing only through query in tables. Also here transactions, maybe this event still not posted, which is prevent you to close the period. After attempting also, you have unposted receipts. You must post all receipts before closing accounting period. Also, maybe there are still unposted receipts, which is in the AR_interim cash receipts table. So you can find these receipts batches pending posting in the receivables balance work area. So please try to post these batches. Also, you can run this query to identify that the receipt batches still pending posts. Through these tables, select all which is ready to post. Ready to post means it's still not posted, which is like unposted. Period closure exception report doesn't show any record, but also you aren't able to close the period. Check if the users used to submit create accounting process and complete the period close activities has the necessary rules to access the data for the business unit. If not, when submitting create accounting process, any transaction or receipts will not get picked up for processing. Take care of this point. Also, when the period closure exception report is generated, it will not list the unposted items for any business units the user could not access. Again, this is a very important point. Before running or before make reconciliations, you have to check the data access set of the users, either your users or business users or whatever, that everything or the full access is granted to his user. AR to GL reconciliation accounting variance, missing in GL. As you know that accounting variance reported in reconciliation to GL with message missing in GL. The cause that the create accounting SS job has been run with parameter post to GL no. Afterward, the GL posting was done manually where the wrong period was selected. Just create manual journal in GL, in correct period, same details, but with opposite amount, correct period, same details as for initial posting but with correct period. After GL journal entries are created, reissue from the beginning AR to GL reconciliation. For some cases, GL posting was done manually, but for the wrong period. So you have two period, incorrect period and correct period. For the incorrect period, you have to do the same but opposite amount. For the correct period, the same for initial posting with correct period. After it's posted, everything is done. Again, reissuing the process of AR to GL reconcile. Non-receivables being balanced in AR to GL reconciliation report cannot be able to drill down. Drill down of non-receivable beginning balance in AR to GL is not showing details. Cause that report doesn't show non-receivable beginning balance details which is older than current year. From technical review, there is reconciled data of or for older periods last physical year, not in the same physical year. Hence, report didn't show last year data in current period. It's like a bug. There is one enhancement request or whatever, and I don't know, maybe it will be resolved in the future or currently is resolved or not, maybe. Solutions, again, run create accounting, transfer all data of older periods, run prepare reconciliation report, retest the issues of non-receivables beginning balance show as zeros, migrate the solution as appropriate to other environment. Post 21 upgrade AR to GL reconciliation on applied and unidentified receipts difference drill down in error. That unapplied and identified difference drill down in receivables to GL reconciliations report fails with error message none of the fact source of business unit. business unit name are compatible with the detail field. To resolve and archive the attached catalog file in desired environment, for this path, use the custom reconciliation report to view the data and drill down successfully. There is a receivable variance shown in AR to GL reconciliation report. This is expected to be zeros for AR to reconcile its operational data. AR reconciliation report shows summary amount of various AR reports that are used to reconcile AR. The reports mainly has 3 parts: period beginning balance, period activity in different area, period ending balance. AR is said to be reconciling if the period beginning balance plus period activity in different areas is equal to the period ending balance. Problem: there is a receivable variance generated by receipt remittance history, maybe having GL date on previous months or receipt creation event in confirmed status. You have to run prepare receivable to GL report for both impacted periods and reconcile the remitted amount on previous period with the confirmed amount from next period. There is accounting variance shown in AR to GL. Again, data is created in AR was correctly passed to GL. The difference between actual balance and calculated balance should be 0 in the report. Any accounting variance shown in the report will be due to journals missing either in Subledger accounting or in GL. The drill down on the accounting variance provides reports for the missing in Subledger and the missing in GL options. Run these drill down reports and get the data. Get the data diagnostic report output of the transaction receipts or adjustments listed in the drill down report. Another issue is that there is a difference shown between again receivable amount and accounting amount. This difference shown between receivables amount and accounting amount may be invoices, adjustment, applied receipts, unapplied unidentified receipts, or other accounting. So this indicates that either all events in receivable are not accounted or there is data corruption. Drill down option on the difference numbers give the details about transaction receipts and adjustments that would have caused this difference. Get data diagnostic scripts output of the transaction receipts or adjustments found in the drop down reports. With these results, you can create service request as a SR with Oracle support service. This is the end. Again, it's concept, it's steps, it's configurations, it's what you implemented, what you configured. Drill down options is very good tool. Check everything is posted, transferred, imported successfully. Try also, this is very good also steps to change the status of AR period from open to close pending. All the best, good luck, thanks for watching.